I push for the opposite. Don't do. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Take him out. Don't do it. No, guys. Don't do it. Don't do it. He doesn't deserve his platform. I don't. No, don't do it. So let's see here. VTuber doxxed and fired over false VTuber call out. This is interesting. Let's see here.
Okay, so it seems like there's been a little bit of a situation going on with some VTubers now. Again,
there's always a situation going on with some VTubers. Anytime I swear to God, I need to find a video where Kazahana doesn't start off with "there's a bit of a situation." If I find one, I would like. I would go play a lottery ticket. It's always a situation going on.
And this has been a pretty bad one because if you don't know, obviously we covered Vex Milk before in the sense that, it was a pretty, negative thing that was happening to her. Essentially, she was getting kind of harassed over her cancer and all of this kind of stuff, as well as...
Wait, let's go back. I missed something.
Pretty, negative thing that was happening to her. Essentially, she was getting kind of harassed over her cancer and all of this kind of stuff, as well as there was some stuff going on with like Cinder fans and whatever going after her. But we've talked about her before.
Cinder fans going after somebody. Look, fuck, like if you're a fan of somebody and someone doesn't like the person you're a fan of, oh well, leave them alone. Fucking just enjoy what you enjoy. Don't be sitting there like I don't need. I love you guys, but I don't need any of you to go to bat for me, right? I don't need any of you to go to bat for me. That's if I get big enough for y'all to go to bat for me. I'm pretty sure at some point in time, someone's going to hate me enough so that they're going to try and start some drama. I really don't need y'all to go to bat for me. I can handle myself. I'm a big boy. And trust me, I've said it once and I've said it before. And especially when people try to get petty with me, don't get petty. It's like, I'm a military vet. I don't even have to be a vet for this one. I'm former military. Do not get petty with the military personnel unless you're ready for DEFCON 1 grades of petty. Okay? You might throw an attitude or throw a hissy fit and whatnot because you want to be petty. I will duct tape you to the ceiling and not bat an eye and leave you there. I will take it to a whole different level of petty over stupid shit. If you want to get petty with me, don't worry.
We've been positive about it before, but this time I feel like this isn't so great because obviously it says here, Vex posted a fake email of Kodiak supposedly threatening her, which ends up getting up wrongly fired after someone reported him. So,
ouch. Okay, so that's how this happens. Hi, Skelly. How you doing today? Oh, that's some fucked up bullshit there. Post a fake email and then report it to their fucking job. Wow.
Yeah, essentially a VTuber has gotten fired from his job after someone reported this to his work, right? And essentially this was the tweet that Vex put out saying okay, and it shows an email from kodiakvt@hotmail.com. And saying, hey Vex, I just want to know that you'll make a great blank victim since you like to whore yourself out. If there's one thing you deserve, it's getting blanked and having your screams of anguish out to the world to see. Again, you could...
Watching creator drama? Yeah, always. Always. It makes the best fucking clickbait. Come on now. I got no shame for that.
I had to see what it's saying, right? I'm not going to continue reading it. It's pretty horrible. And yeah, of course.
This is a troll, especially with that last line. Like, no fucking Donald Trump supporter is going to be saying this. Long live Israel. Long. This is just, I want to see you rage. This is some probably left winger that wrote this and like just to piss somebody off, just to piss you off. There's no way this is a Trump supporter who wrote this.
100% she does not deserve to be having this message sent to her. But I think what has happened next in terms of figuring out who actually sent this message and whether it was Kodiak or whether it wasn't Kodiak is the kind of thing that people are annoyed about, right? And again, here is another thing. They posted it, and apparently she ended up deleting it, saying, I deleted the post with the email that was sent to me last night, because apparently it's coming from someone who's pretending to be Kodiak. It is not actually Kodiak himself.
Too late. You didn't verify before you put it on blast. You didn't verify before you put it on blast. You knee-jerk react to a troll and got somebody fired. And gave someone negative light. This is why we need to stop knee-jerk reactions to shit. The first time you hear something on Twitter, you gotta be like, oh no. Like, you didn't even verify.
Now, between then, though, a lot of people have been going after Kodiak and essentially, obviously calling up his work and stuff. And to the point where, obviously, this clip has come out from Kiosha, and also Kodiak uploaded it as well. And he's essentially talking about it here on stream of what happened. So let's just take a listen, and then, of course, we will talk about it.
10:34. So it took 30 minutes approximately. I sent DJ a message. Hey man, I just got fired from my job. Now, the way that it went down from the company that I work for, whom I will not dox, because I think that doxing is an evil fucking practice. And right now I have a lawyer looking into it, which...
Good. He better have a lawyer looking into this. He better have a lawyer. He needs to sue his job for firing him like that, and then he needs to sue Vex for getting him getting him fired like that. The fact that she displayed something, and I don't even like. Let me go back. Let me read this whole post, because the thing is like, I'm not even. He didn't even read the post, so I saw that. I think it was like what powder that. Kirsha, are you actually kidding me? At Vex Mode, you are beyond discussing individual, and I hope you get the psychiatric help you need. You don't make up some fake ass spoofed email to defame someone, get pity points for it online, and then go after their fucking job. Wow. I know you probably felt the power trip from getting Rev and Straub cut from Advanced GG and are chasing the high to harm more people, but this is insanely fucked up. I do not know where to begin. Oh, is she one of the ones that went to Advanced GG? And okay. See, this is apparently the kind of person Advanced GG wants as a partner over creators who actually made the money and didn't actively try to get other creators dropped from sponsors or their real life jobs. Fuck everyone who supports this kind of shit, and I hope lawsuits get rightfully served to Vex, to the other scumbags coordinating, yes, and to his company for wrongful termination. Absolutely, 100%. I agree.
Did it as well, and he's essentially talking about it here on stream of what happened. So let's just take a listen, and then of course we will talk about it.
10:34. So it took 30 minutes approximately. I sent DJ a message. Hey man, I just got fired from my job. Now, the way that it went down from the company that I work for, whom I will not dox, because I think that doxing is an evil fucking practice.
People are going to find out anyways. People are going to find out, because if he does sue, there will be court documents. There will be court documents. Court documents are public information. Someone's going to find out, especially if someone already knew which company to call and get him fired from it.
And right now I have a lawyer looking into it, which I don't want to disclose on the internet. They basically came up to my desk, a guy from HR plus a security officer from the front desk of the building came up to my desk, and he told me, you need to pack your things. Apparently, we are firing you this morning. My first question to the guy that came up to me was like, what did I just get fired for? And basically what he told me was, we got an anonymous complaint that you have been essaying women on the internet.
We got an anonymous tip. We're firing you. Oh, that's wrongful termination. That is, oh, that is so wrongful termination. Such wrongful termination. Fuck that. He's getting, bro, take him to court. I would love to see Legal Mindset's take on this, to be fair. Legal Mindset would jump over, probably do backflips over this one.
And this company cannot tolerate that from its employees. They stated you by first and last name, which is how we knew it was you.
You don't know. You got an anonymous tip. We got an anonymous tip. Like, no. You didn't get an anonymous tip and everything. It's just like someone just threw something on your desk and you're like, oh, well, guess we're firing this dude.
I didn't want to cause a fuss. They gave me one little cardboard box. Took me about 2 minutes to put all my stuff in that box. And I calmly walked out the door.
So, yeah.
Bro, look. Is this the doxer? Wait, is this the doxer right here? Mother Van Drayden? Mother Van Drayden? I'm pretty sure I found his job and stuff. Give me a sign and I'll handle it, Vex. Heart? Heart? Yo, I'm about to commit a crime. Let me know. Give me the green light and I'll go commit the crime in your honor, Vex. Signed, Mother Van Drayden.
Right, he ended up getting fired from his job, essentially for this email that wasn't him. So, again, pretty insane. And you can see here that this was obviously a fan of Vex or whatever, as you can see here by this tweet thing, saying, I'm pretty sure I found his job and stuff. Give me a sign and I'll handle it, Vex. Now, again, I don't know if they've heard that sign or not. I don't know if Vex gave them a sign to do that or if they just ended up doing it anyways. I'm not sure. But obviously there's a lot of people that have been kind of, saying that. But yeah, essentially it was a fan of hers that found his job, said that he was the one that did this, when in actual fact, it was just a troll. It was just someone pretending to be him and, make.
It could have been Vex herself. I mean, anyone can spoof an email. Like, literally anyone can spoof an email.
Him look bad, right? Which, of course, I think is, is not okay, right? Of course, because, that's his job now gone, right? And I think it is pretty ridiculous that this has actually happened in the first place. And yeah, I mean, what a lot of people have been going after, Vex for as well is the fact that, people saying that he tried to reach out to her and say that, hey, it's not me, that wasn't me who sent the email, and, ended up banning him from the server. They clearly had no plans to fix the mistake until more people called you out. This is classic Vex. You attack people, get exposed, try to double down, and mass block to cover your tracks. Then when the heat gets too much, you're exposed to the point of no return. You delete and gaslight. I also never accused anyone, myself, of anything, but you did. And again, it's you trying to gaslight and spin a story. And obviously, yeah, this was the original post. Yeah,
that's an accusation. Okay, and then say this is you saying that he did it. So you can't just go back and say, I never said that he did it. I never said that. I just posted a picture of emails and people did what they wanted with it. This is an accusation right here.
Okay. And that is very much a kind of, targeted thing towards Kodiak, right? That is a kind of allegation.
And on top of that, you dox him. Government name. Government name for the world to see. You dipshit. So you dox him, a fan goes and does the legwork and gets him fired from his job and tries and destroys his livelihood. And you're gonna sit back on my hands are clean. I didn't do anything. I didn't report him.
You're saying that, by posting this email, you're implying that Kodiak was the one that wrote this, and it's the the email that is essentially got him fired from his job, which obviously wasn't him, right? And he tried to explain that. Apparently he tried to contact Vex through Discord or whatever, but ended up getting banned.
I love the fact that I'm not sure if he ended up getting banned trying to reach out to her. I bet you anything, and I don't know for certain, but I bet you anything, she fucking had him pre-blocked. She pre-blocked him and then decided to do this. So when he tried to come back to come and say something, he couldn't. There was no way for him to contact her because she was already on her fucking trip. She was on her merry way to destroy someone, and she wasn't going to get any kind of pushback. So, but that's just like, again, speculation. I can't say for sure that's what happened, but I'm almost pretty positive that that's what happened. It's like, you know, pre-block. I don't like this dude. Pre-block, make an accusation, and go, oh well, he never tried to contact me about it.
And of course, you know, wasn't able to actually reach out to her and say, hey, this wasn't me, this was someone else. And yeah, I think it is pretty crazy, right? Now, again, you know, let's just continue going through the response that she had here, saying, you know, apparently it was someone pretending to be him. I don't want to be falsely accused. I posted the email.
I don't want to be falsely accused. Bro, there is no false accusation. You straight up doxed an innocent person and got him fired from his job. 100%. You're not being falsely accused. You did this in 4K.
In question, because I don't believe that anyone who sends that kind of threat deserves to remain anonymous.
Yes, you didn't follow up. You didn't follow up. You just said, I got an email. Oh, this is going to be juicy. Throw it on Twitter for the world to see. Before fucking even trying to verify. Because if it was someone else, or like, hey, is this your email address? Yeah. Okay, what's up? What's up with this email? And it'll be like, you know, or hey, is this your email address? No. Or no. Like, no. I mean, yeah, a person could be lying about that, but still. You're not even fucking verifying things before you splooge it out onto the Twitter, onto the internet, and I bet you it's on Blue Sky too, and whatnot. It's like you had a juicy story. You couldn't wait to throw it out there for clicks, for views, for engagement, for that Twitter paycheck, whatever, how much it is. Only 17K views, so it's not that big, but still, you did it for attention. And then when when it turns out that you fucking ruined an innocent person's fucking career, real life career, then you're like, oh, well, you know, I don't want to be falsely accused. I posted because I don't believe anyone who sends that kind of threat deserves to remain anonymous. No. You verify first. If the verification proves fruitful, then you post it. Because you did no checking first. You basically just threw an innocent person under the bus for views because you thought you had something juicy.
If it's causing harm to someone that is innocent, it's not worth it at that point. But yeah,
you knew he was innocent. You didn't even check. It was pre-blocked, and I'm gonna ruin you. But now they're getting backlash. Oh, wait, no. If it's causing harm, I don't. It's not worth it. What's not worth it? What's not worth it? The clicks, the views, the attention, the pity, the pity that you're getting. That's not worth it. Or you're trying to cover your tracks before the hurricane that's coming your way comes, right?
I mean, it's not him, you know. Sure, like if you want to like expose it because you don't want them to remain anonymous for sending you an email, sure. But if it's causing harm to someone who's innocent, it's not worth it. But yeah,
I really do not like that phrasing. It's not worth it at this point. No, it's not worth it. I do not like that phrasing right there. That looks like you had the intent to damage someone's reputation, but when you found out otherwise, then it's like, okay. What about the attention I'm about to get it's not going to be worth it. I do not like this right here. It's like if it's causing harm to someone who is innocent, first apologize. I apologize. and I will, remove the content before it gets any more traction. Not, oh, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. No, that's a terrible phrase right there.
It's not worth it because it's not him, right?
Yeah.
Like, of course it's not worth it because, it's not him that is sending you the email. So, yeah, she said, leave Kodiak alone and worry about the one impersonating him and apparently multiple others. The email being used to send these disgusting messages needs to be investigated.
It should have been investigated before you splat it on the internet and ruin someone's life. Hi, Malleus. How you doing? How you doing today? You supposedly got an email from a spoofed address, possibly from yourself, pre-blocked a guy, gave a fan the green light, doxed his full name, gave the fan the green light to report him to his job, got him fired, and now you're like, maybe it wasn't really him. Maybe it really wasn't him. It's not worth it. Y'all need to leave him alone. Y'all need to leave him alone. Hi, Donut. In short, a girl got a. I'm put this in heavy quotations here. Quotes. A girl received an obviously troll email. Didn't verify who sent it to her. It was a spoofed email. She didn't verify who was sent it to her. Pre-blocked allegedly pre-blocked the person on Twitter in Discord who allegedly sent her the email, who she thought was sending the email, and then immediately put it on the Twitter for the views. And in the video, I'm gonna go back just a second. I'm at what's the time? 7:13. Okay. On the Twitter, literally someone says, where's it at? Someone says on the thread, Mother Van Draden at Dad Vandred here. At Dad Vandred says, I'm pretty sure I found his job and stuff. Give me a sign and I'll handle it, Vex. After putting his full name on Twitter for the world to see. And then a few minutes later, then a little bit later, he lost his job. So anonymous tipster called the job, said, this is an anonymous tip. He's sexually assaulting women on the internet. And the job was like, oh, well, great, you're fired. That's how quick it was. So he needs to sue his job and everyone involved.
About the one impersonating him and apparently multiple others. The email being used to send these disgusting messages needs to be investigated.
And I'm saying it should have been investigated before you put his ass on blast on Twitter.
And of course, yeah, I think the person who ever sent this, of course, is 100% in the wrong as well. But I think obviously bringing this to public and not actually confirming with Kodiak, hey, did you send this to me? Or at least, allowing him to speak to you and explain, what is going on. I feel like that is the kind of massive misplay here because you've now cost him his job, right?
Yeah. I like the first reply here. You quite literally got him fired because some lunatic from your audience doxed him. This is your fault, you absolute scumfuck of a woman. God damn. But of course, you will just delete everything and avoid accountability for this. And apparently, this is not Vex's first rodeo doing this.
And by making that original post, you've cost him his job, which obviously is horrible, right? And loads of people are not happy about this. They're saying you quite literally got him fired because some lunatic from your audience doxed him. This is your fault, you absolute scumfuck. But of course, you would just delete everything and avoid accountability for this. The post was public. It was not limited to anyone.
Here goes the gaslighting. Here comes the gaslighting. I did read ahead. This is the gaslighting
within my community.
I never did this. I never pushed for this. You didn't. I didn't specifically say go call his job. I didn't say this. No, it was just some random person on Twitter who said that they had his information. But I never pushed my community to go. That's your gaslighting right there. I push for the opposite. Don't do. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Take him out. Don't do it. No, guys. Don't do it. Don't do it. He doesn't deserve his platform. I don't. No, don't do it.
Push for my community to hurt others. I push for the opposite. However, I cannot control how everyone chooses to react.
That is your safety. That's your armor. I'm donning my bulletproof armor line there. However, I cannot control how everyone chooses to react. However, you know how Twitter reacts to things, and you knew what would happen if you posted an email like that on Twitter. She knew. She knew. She can't hide behind that. I can't control what other people do. Yes, you can control by not presenting it in the first place, by verifying first before accusing and putting someone on blast, especially with their full government name. And under no circumstances are you supposed to dox anyone, whether you feel like they don't deserve anonymity or not. If it was if you actually thought that was him to do that, you should have taken that email and taken it to law enforcement. But no, you didn't do that. You just decided to take it to Twitter, where you knew people would do some damage.
Yeah, but like you can control like not releasing the email, right? Saying the post.
Thank you, Kazahana. Thank you.
Public. I don't know if this is again. You put it into the public though. I don't think this email was public before.
You can't. you can't tell me the email wasn't public until you made it public. That's the thing. The post was public. You made it public. The email wasn't public until you made it public, and you could have controlled how they reacted by not posting it willy-nilly in the first place.
Obviously Vex was the one that posted this. Maybe it came from someone else. I'm not sure, but again, I think further kind of promoting it to your fan base, and then obviously someone directly responding to your post. I mean, you have just kind of given that to your audience for them to go and take that
and go after
and
you.
Do
and who do you think follows you and watches, looks at all your tweets too? Your fan base. It's not like it's not like some random Twitter user just came across Vex's post and was like, "I got you, bitch. I got you back." No, it was one of your fans. It was obviously one of your fans. It's not like some random doom scroller on Twitter who has no idea who Vex is. Who has no idea who Vex is, sees that post and goes, you know what? I'm going to fuck up somebody's life today.
The stuff that they did to him, which of course is terrible, right? So again, you got to take some accountability here and saying like, hey, yeah, no, that was my fault for posting that. I shouldn't have. And of course now my audience have gone crazy and
exactly. You should be like, yo, I'm sorry for posting that. Okay. It was unverified. I didn't check to see if it was actually him or not. I am so sorry about that. None of this. I will strive to do. None of the. I will strive to do better or be a better person. I'm going to take time. None of that. None of that. Just say, like, yo, I fucked up. I fucked up. I should have verified. I didn't verify it, and now I cost somebody their job, and I deeply apologize. Hey, hit me up. I can try and help in any way I can. But no. We hide behind the I can't control what the public does with the information that I provided.
Done all this horrible stuff. But again, it just seems like you're saying, oh, it's public anyways. It just doesn't really, I don't know, right? Now, of course, there's been some more, comments on it. For example, like Kirsha saying, are you actually kidding me? Vex Milk, you are beyond a disgusting individual, and I hope you get some psychiatric help you need. You don't make up some fake spoofed email to defame someone. Get pity points for it online, and then go after their job. I know you probably felt power trip after getting Rev and Strawberry cut from Advanced GG and are chasing the high to harm more people, but this is so insanely screwed up. I don't know where to begin. This is apparently the kind of person Advanced GG wants to partner with over creators who actually made them money and didn't actively try to get other creators dropped from their sponsors or their RL jobs. Screw everyone who supports this kind of stuff, and I hope lawsuits get rightfully served to Vex, to the other person coordinating, and to his company for wrongful termination. Which, yeah, I think there's a lot of different factors at play here. I think obviously the person who sent the original
I would love to hear Legal Mindset weigh in on this. I would watch that video in a heartbeat.
email is in the wrong, because of course I don't feel like Vex, you know, deserves that kind of email, especially from the start of things and all of this kind of stuff. And then of course I think Vex is in the wrong for publicly posting it without kind of clarifying and verifying that this was actually sent from Kodiak or not, which it wasn't. And then obviously she's also in the wrong for ignoring him and, you know, not being able to you know, hear out exactly what he has to.
No, you pre-block him so you can feign ignorance about any attempt to contact you. Any attempt to contact you, you're like, oh well, he never tried to contact me. I am not aware of any attempt to contact me, and everything. So I couldn't check with him to see if this was real, or he never contacted me about this, like, because I already have. But you leave out the caveat, because I already have him blocked.
Say, and you know, to say that this isn't him, right? And then also the job as well, the job that he works at, wherever it is. Yeah, I feel like they should have done a little bit more research into it and heard him out.
Definitely, the HR and the job people at the job should have investigated it. Asked them the question: is this your email? Did you send this message? Can you show us? Can you show us your sent folder and see if we can find this email in there? Is this actually yours? There's ways you can check to see if it was actually from that email address, or if it was actually his. He may have looked at it and say, no, I don't have an account with that. I don't don't use Hotmail for my VTuber mail. That's not me. I don't even have a Hotmail account. I barely know anyone with a Hotmail account. It's like, no, I don't have a Hotmail account. No, I use a different. That's not my email address. You know, someone's impersonating. I do not have that Hotmail account. And then HR would have been like, okay, we need to we're going to investigate this and whatnot. Investigate at this point or whatnot. But no, HR just said, we got a tip. They used your name. So it was definitely you. You're fired. Yeah, he needs to sue that job. They did no investigation whatsoever either.
And before actually, you know, deciding to fire him, which of course I think, you know, they should have done an actual investigation into what was going on and realized that, oh, this stuff is fake. This wasn't him. But of course, these claims, I'm sure maybe the audience member, the reply person here, maybe, you know, juiced up the claims a lot more. So, you know, it sounded much more serious, right? It said, lol, you won't be able to run forever, man. You know, people saying, I'm sorry for being silent, but Vex Milk is doing defamation right now publicly because of the impersonation issue Kodiak was having while he is away from his devices since 2:16 a.m. For my time. Vex received her email at 9:10 for me in my time converted zone. That is 7+ hours apart, and Kodiak is already away from his devices he uses for streaming related stuff. He doesn't use Hotmail as well.
There we go. He doesn't even use Hotmail. He doesn't even use Hotmail.
Well, and this was also branded as an impersonation account in the Discord server as well. I'm sorry, but I'm done. Vex, go screw yourself. And, you know, as I said before, you know, we've 100%, you know, supported Vex before with a lot of the kind of hate and harassment that she's been getting in terms of a lot of the, what do you call it? The, like the whole Cinder stuff that went on. We didn't really so much, obviously, you know, we didn't so much cover her part in the advanced GG thing, but that was terrible. And now there's this. It's just like people were starting to go like, okay.
You stirred shit so much. You've stirred so much shit, Vex. No one wants you around. No one's gonna believe what you say on face value, except for your fans, except for your bloodthirsty, your bloodthirsty fans, your diehard fans. No one outside of that little bubble there is going to believe anything you say, because this is, I mean, this you went after sponsors, which is a big no-no. Big no-no. I don't care. Even if you don't like the person, it's a big fucking no-no. You know, that was a 2024, 2020, early 2025 move that people eventually were like, don't fucking do that. So you went after people's sponsors, got them one of people's sponsors with Advanced GG. Dumb. You just don't go after the sponsors. Just look, if a person is sponsoring something, then yeah, you know, sponsoring someone, then they obviously, the sponsors do keep track of what their people they're sponsoring are doing and saying. Okay, you know, and sponsors, what should be important to sponsors is, are they making us money? And Rev was making the money. Rev and Straub were making the money. And because they got a few anonymous complaints, they dropped Rev and Straub. It's like, and then Rev was like, okay, we'll take our business elsewhere. And they did. And they're making that company money. So good job. Good job, Advanced GG and Vex, I guess. You just gave someone else the money that the revenue that Rev and Straub were bringing in. And now this. Yeah. Yeah. And I like the fact that she dropped this at a time where Kodiak was away from his computer. You time this you time this for a point where a person cannot defend themselves or say anything because you know they're away from their shit, and then you drop it, rack up a whole bunch of views, and then when people try to, and then by the time he gets a chance to defend themselves, it's already over. It's already over. And the fact he does not use Hotmail. And this was already branded as an impersonation account in the Discord server. So doesn't use Hotmail, didn't investigate. Impersonation account in Discord. So you obviously didn't check up on it. And you put up innocent man on blast. Good job.
This is getting a little bit ridiculous now, right? And I think it is. Just in case someone tells you that he can use his phone, said yes. Also, it got so bad with censoring people's stuff on Discord to prevent impersonations of them as well, which I think is crazy. And I said, oh, and I'm not done. Kodiak is currently on Kentucky. That's the location for the email. The email is not in Kentucky. So obviously they kind of tracked the email. It's not based in Kentucky. It's
wow. See, look, you could have just easily searched that up and been like, oh yeah, that's not even in his home fucking place.
Based somewhere else. Also, the VPN part too is stupid because, oh, he used VPN. You know, again, they're trying to essentially, you know, debunk a lot of stuff that's going on. And, you know, if you're saying, I appreciate watching my Six Sharky. The sad thing is I was dealing with a family matter and did not have the time to get in front of this. Thank you for the support. So yeah, it seems like he had a lot of stuff going on at the same time as well that didn't allow him to kind of, you know, address a lot of the stuff that was going on, right? But yeah, it is starting to get pretty crazy, right? And so many more are speaking out about it, saying, so a streamer buddy of mine, Kodiak VT, got doxxed and fired from his job with a made-up reason. Who would do such an awful thing? Vex, aka Vex Milk, the beloved blank, who thinks that she cannot be criticized because she's a cancer survivor. But
cancer survivor is not a protected class. It's not. It's not a protected class. Great, you survived cancer, and I'm happy for you on that one. But that doesn't mean you have a green light to do whatever the fuck you want. Absolutely not. He slept prostitute. I have no idea. I'm guessing she has an OnlyFans or something like that. Monkey does not care, but Monkey does not care. Yeah.
The Monkey does not care. You are an absolute awful human being. And to Kodiak, I hope you'll get a new place, and I wish you all the best going forwards from here. So yeah, I mean, it is pretty crazy. And I do think that, you know, a lot of this behavior is very...
Bro, look, after the lawsuit, he should not have to work for the rest of his life with the lawsuit. That lawyer, if he has any good, a lawyer worth his salt, this dude will be set for life if he can manage his money. But if he should be set for life after this.
As well as Vex trying to avoid accountability for this. Again, it's not good whatsoever. And yeah, I hope that things get better for Kodiak, and I hope that things get just better overall, right? But yeah, I mean, that's about all I got for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like.
Hey, what's up, guys? We're here.
That mean that.
Okay, so it seems like there's been a...
I just wanted to like the video. She not only cost him his current job, but also potential. I don't know about the... Okay, I was about to say that, you know, even if he does go for a future job, this should not track with him. Because for one, jobs don't, especially here in the US, I don't know how things work in Europe, but in the US, it is illegal for a job to tell another job the reason for their release, or even that they fired them. If you fill out a job application and they go to verify that you worked at a spot, the only thing that they are allowed to confirm to the new job is that you used to work there. That's it. You can't tell them that you were fired. You can't tell them why you're fired. You can verify their name, and you can verify that they used to be employed there. I cannot give you a hit. Like I've had it several times where people were trying to drag history out of there. Drag history. He's like, okay. And position. Yeah, he used to work. Like, for example, I got a call. I got a call from someplace trying to verify someone's employment, and I was like, okay, yeah, sure, I could talk to you. And he was like, did he used to work there? Yes. I'm like, do you know this name? Yes, I do. Did he used to work there? Yes. How was he as an employee? I can't answer that, sir. I can only tell you that yes, he used to work here and he was a manager here. Oh, well, what was the grounds of his separating? I can't legally tell you that. Why are you asking me these questions? No, I cannot legally tell you that information. Okay? But mind you, the person on the opposite side of the phone should be understanding the fact that when I drop the word legally cannot tell you, it means I am not going to fucking answer any more questions other than what I've already told you. And eventually kept trying to push for more and more answers. So I finally said, you know what? You are stepping well beyond legal bounds. I do not feel comfortable talking to you. Good day, sir. And I hung up on him. My biggest issue with this whole situation is that this issue right here, and the fact that she posted a fake email, got an innocent man fired from his job, and by trying to destroy him on Twitter. This sets the bar. This sets a bar. This actually reduces the effect of actual situations. Remember, like how everyone was saying, "Oh, hey, you can't say you guys look." All these people posting these fake stories of being SA'd need to stop doing it because you're reducing, you're killing the actual chance of an actual SA victim from getting justice by crying wolf. And this is another cry wolf. No verification. Didn't do a simple search. And the fact that other people know exactly what state he's from means that he opens that to the public of which state he's in, which tells me that all she had to do was do that same search to find out exactly where that fucking email came from, and then corroborate that with where he actually is. Oh, they're not the same place. Okay, chances are this is not him, and this is probably some troll. But no, you thought you had a juicy nugget to throw on Twitter, and you threw it up there. I can't say if Vex is the one who made this email. Can't say that. But it could probably be true that she sent it to herself because she didn't like a certain person. Didn't like a certain person, or didn't like Kodiak, or for some reason or the other. It's possible. But you don't not do verification, blast it on Twitter, and then when you find out that you just put an innocent man pretty much in jail, because this is stuff that gets innocent men put in jail on the regular. This shit right here gets put innocent men in jail on the regular, because ladies, you have that advantage in court. That unfair advantage in court. When it comes between men and women, there is no guilty until proven innocent until proven guilty. It's guilty until proven more guilty. You walk in the door, you're automatic. You might as well just go ahead and just have the cuff slapped on at that point. Very rarely do you win. Do men win that case? But the thing is, you had that set up and fucking, and then the pre-block, so that he couldn't contact you, and then when the negative feedback starts coming in, you're like, oh, wait, okay, so it really wasn't him. So I deleted it because it wasn't worth it. Go fuck yourself, X. Wow. If it wasn't him, if it wasn't him, he has a very lucrative wrongful termination. Exactly. This dude, Kodiak, should not have to work again. If he has a good enough lawyer, he should not have to work again. He should get a really good lawsuit going and then basically invest that shit. So evil and gross is why I hate cancel culture. It disgusts me. Back in the 2010s, we had feminists getting people fired from their jobs for simple jokes out of work online, like the famous dongle meme, and led to a slippery slope of cancellations over anything people think they were not politically correct. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Wait, you mean to tell me we shouldn't immediately take the word of a random on the internet and start a witch hunt over it without verifying anything first? Nah, that's insane. Cancel first, question later. This is why he should sue. Wait, they fired him over a single anonymous complaint, just like that. How gullible can an employer be? Someone who doesn't think they can be sued. Carol ran away. She said her social media is private. Hang on, let's see. Max.com. Yep. And it's private. Wow.